What?
So the good news is it won't clear the link everywhere, so
You can swap through it. Nope. You sure can't. Yay! Much better. How you been, Mark? Oh, that's good to hear. It's still beautiful. The El Camino. Yeah? Yeah. We want to get into it soon. Right now we got lovely Nova over there. Needs some attention desperately.
I do know that the valve seals are leaking in this thing. Now I want to take this head off first because last year, towards the end of last year, I don't know that it was a motor issue or a plate distribution issue or what, but the flames that came out of the passenger side motor were not as nice as the flames that came out of the driver's side motor. So I'm going to pull this head off and see if there's any specific reason for that, or if it's just the valve seals, or what we're going on.
Do it?
I'll have washers.
Oh. We even got the kids here hanging out. You guys are hanging out?
Yeah, I had to call in for backup. Now I came out just to film this, just so we could have some YouTube content, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to film any of this today and get it done.
No.
And everything.
It's pretty big. Pretty nice.
Can you guys hear the music in the background?
Your voice volume. They can hear me. It's your voice volume.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably because I'm talking quiet. Because I'm tired. I don't feel good. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would much rather be at home napping right now. Oh shit, you know what's been on this thing the whole time?
Or you know that like flosser in your mouth, my friend. That doesn't help.
Nobody even knows what that is. Well, I'm sure people would know what it is by looking at it, but nobody knows what that one specifically is.
You want to tell people?
We were doing R&D, and I was having it 3D printed because I wanted to make shipbox supply water freeze plug retainers for turbo applications. And that's actually a 3D printed one that was on there for test fit, and I still don't think is 100% right yet. That one's sliding and stuff too, but I don't even know why it's there. Gotta take that off. pistons are still there.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've been running a while. It's all the water that was sitting there and shit. I don't know. Honestly, I would have, not that there's anything wrong with these head gaskets, but I was planning on reusing them, but they just don't look as good.
You know you got some good ones. You get a bunch of these at the house.
What? Head gaskets? New ones?
Yeah, I just put some really nice ones up today, literally when I was cleaning in the garage. Yeah.
I'll have to look at what we have. I hate. Screw it. I get up. If you don't, they're a pain in the ass with the studs still in. If I pull a couple of the studs out, they'll come back out. I'll know if I have ever feel the pain. But, I mean, other than being old, they don't look jacked up or anything. All the pistons are still there. We didn't hurt any of that. Walls look good. And looks good to go back to stock mountain and stuff and party. So we'll take the other side off.
All right. I'm gonna try to cup this hand, get the mic towards you. Yeah.
Don't need to do me. I got nothing important to say.
Well, I have absolutely nothing important to say.
I need to blow my nose.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's an audio thing, but we'll get that squared away.
Yeah, the apps do like weird volume self-collection stuff. Like I know Facebook definitely does. I think YouTube does. And sometimes it's not in the favor of being able to hear what the hell was that.
Oh no, I guess it's for audio.
Alright, well then we'll just not be live.
Oh shoot. Do you know what the issue was?
What?
Here was.
With the flames? No. It was either nitrous plate distribution issue, like it wasn't getting the same amount of nitrous across the board, or we had a valve issue. I don't know, I gotta look at the heads. I have to take the heads apart anyway to redo the valve seals. So,
Were you trying to get in the car?
but yeah, push the button and pull goal at the same time.
Pretty. Let's see if she gets it. Push the button and pull the door out at the same time. 2 things at once. Well, it's her car. You're not gonna say hi? Good. Have fun. Oh.
So this one here has some oil.
Some oil there. Okay.
So we're either having rain blow by, or that's one where the valve seal is really bad.
Which one?
That's one here. You can see it on the thing too. You can see it right down there. But I've never had a nice motor in my life. I don't think it's going to change today. I'm just going to make it not leak as much as possible.
Yeah, Ella has claimed Fools Gold, and Layla has claimed the Brooklyn Dodger. That'd be theirs.
I don't remember what the size of that is.
Currently, they're just intertrained in drawing in the body dust. So that'll do, I guess. Well, I hope that they stay interested. 'Cause the girls might not always be interested in the cars and going out to the racetracks and stuff, but right now they are. So we're just gonna ride that out as long as we can. Hopefully they're still there when they're older. Oh man. What did ever happen to the blue Mustang?
I gave it to somebody. A guy up in New York or something, that area.
Okay.
The guy who wrecked his
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
his Mustang
Yeah,
street
yeah.
racing, so I gave it to him. I don't know who he was. Like I don't know the guy from the hole in the ground.
So I don't know if you guys could hear what Matt said, but there was a guy who had a car. His Mustang was pretty much just like that one, right? Like on the outside. He wrecked it while he was racing, and Matt just gave it to him. Matt doesn't know who he is, though, but just gave it to him.
That one's definitely on purpose. A lot of these LS gaskets you can reuse. Actually, just about all of them can be reused. But like this one, I know was leaking. I think the rear main is leaking, or at least in the timing cover. So I wanted to get all this stuff apart. Oh, that's fun. This is why you don't. I should have never taken this thing apart.
Why is that?
Why?
Yeah.
That cam lobe right there. I guess it doesn't look too terrible. I don't know, just from when I didn't have light on it in the shadow, it looked pretty bad. But not that it looks great either. But it's not the end of the world.
I do not ever call him Matthew. It's always just Matt.
Asshole.
What?
That's what you call me, asshole.
I do not call you that.
That's just for people on the internet. No, that's fine. I don't like the way it's wearing right there at the start of the lobe, but it is what it is. Gonna throw it out that stuff, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, everything mostly checks out. I'm not even going to pull the lifters out. I'm going to have to drain it with oil. Drain the oil out of it, flip it upside down, because I definitely know it needs an oil pairing gasket. So let me do that now, I guess.
Let me get my white shoes away from this one. There we go. What's it do? See. What are you doing, girls? Okay. All right.
Hey! Let me out!
What's that?
That oil does not look very happy.
Pretty much, yeah. They're still not real big on being on camera. That's not really their thing. And now we wait.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can answer some questions then while we wait.
Do we have any questions? Are there any questions from Peanut Gallery?
How quick has the motor been? This motor been?
This
Yeah.
has been 659 at 102 on the street. That's a random chunk of metal. Or a rock. Put it down there.
It's a rock.
It's been 659, like 102 on the street, with what we were guessing was like a 125 shot, somewhere around there. The plate that I had on it, the jetting didn't go that low. The jetting was started at 200, and I tried spraying it at 200. The chassis would never take it. It worked way better on less nitrous. Also because I didn't have a progressor or anything, it was just straight out hole. So that's the fastest it's been. Now on a prep track and all that, probably in the 40s, 640s I would assume. I'd be able to get it down to.
Scrolling through here for some more questions.
So, what's the questions?
Questions? Questions?
Who got
Yes,
questions?
we are putting Fools Gold back together.
Yes. The only way that wouldn't happen is if somebody came here right now this weekend and gave me a large amount of money for it, so I could go buy something that's already running and driving.
Yes, we are. He does still plan on doing the twin turbo setup with it.
Yep, um, I have two sets of twins to choose from. I've got 1845s, which were sent to me by Max Speeding Rods, and then I had the PS Racing, which are like the 61, 62s. So they're a little smaller, should spool a little quicker, that kind of stuff. Those have a really large exhaust housing, 5'3", 325 cubic inches. It's not that it's not possible, it's just going to take a little bit more to get them spinning and really working. But those will probably put out more power, but the smaller ones may put out less power, like overall, if we were to dynamo it and go for big horsepower numbers, but maybe a more usable torque and horsepower range, because the smaller exhaust housings and everything should allow it to do a little bit better in the low RPM torque range.
You think Fools Gold is going to be able to hang with Billy and Tommy?
Hell no.
You moving to Ohio?
That, first, let me one question. Hell no. I know what they run. Honestly, the goal would be to get the twin turbos on and to be able to get down to fives in the streets, so like 590s. The way that no prep is going and small tire no prep, that's nowhere near competitive anymore. Especially front half of the track stuff. Like, you look at guys like, Perry Stanley, and, I don't think anybody knows, what the hell's that guy's name? He finally raced in the finals there. Coughing up there. I'm having a brain fart. Nobody knows what's under his hood, but I'm going to assume it's some kind of big block twin turbo deal. They are 150 plus mile an hour, if not 160, and big block turbo on the front half of the track going fours, front half of the track no prep. So we are light years away from that. But going fives on the street, we can have a lot more fun, and if we choose races wisely, or even if we don't choose races wisely, it'll be a lot more fun. And then maybe I could take this and either start out in the shitbox class, because obviously it's not just going to jump out the bat and run fives. It'll probably be less. It'll probably go slower than the electrics at first, until I can get it figured out. And then maybe jump into the pro class for the shitbox races.
Can you turn the music down? I can't hear you.
I'm saying I missed you.
There's a gentleman screaming a song in the background now.
Am I moving to Ohio? Apparently, everybody in my family would like to, but that would be complex. There's complexities there. Like, we have a house, we would either have to sell or whatever, and then I don't know if we could buy a house right now. I don't know that I would anyway, because especially if we're gonna pack up and move cross country, like, maybe we should rent something, try it out a little bit first,
Yeah.
see how I like it.
All right, I can answer that one. I don't even need to ask him. Marlboro Menthol Gold short box.
Oh, sorry, we both do it, especially like Harvey. Unless it's green, in which case go for it. No more questions?
We used to have a physical location.
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah.
had a physical location in years. DNR Auto used to be a shop, and
It is not, but I'll move it anyway, just in case.
we used to work on vehicles, do normal repair, all that kind of stuff. We got really big in the Jeep market.
I got it. I'm going to trust you to do this. Can you take it out of the case? My case is covering the microphone.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the microphone.
Oh, Lord. Oh, hold on.
Hey, all right. So, thanks for mentioning that because my case was covering up the microphone, so it should be a lot better now.
Yeah, mine, I don't know. Mine doesn't have a case on it. I can record a video
Hey.
with it, and it's fine. But every time I go Facebook Live, it like the audio sucks. And there's nothing wrong with my phone because I can take videos, but I cannot go live.
Oh. Let's see. I know there was another question in there though.
Oh, yeah. So no, we haven't had a physical location in years. We used to have a shop and operate that. I shut that down a few years ago and started working really hard on social media and all that kind of stuff, and started traveling and racing and doing all that. And now we rent a little space out of Dns Fabricators. They do all kinds of work here. If you guys saw earlier, she showed you, like they just build cool ass hot rods and stuff.
Yep.
And I just take up some space in the corner.
Do you still plan on doing shitbox, the races?
Absolutely. We have 2 coming up on the schedule. October, I want to say 23rd and 24th, which is Saturday and Sunday. That's going to be at Pacemakers, and we're going to do a 2-day shitbox race. And I don't have all the info laid out for that yet, but I will get that out. I'll start working on that and getting it out shortly. And then November 14th, I was supposed to have a race earlier in this year that we were going to reschedule, and that's back of the track, Knoxville Dragway in Tennessee. And we're going to can all the other stuff we were going to do because it was going to be just like another normal no prep race and all that. And we're going to make it a shitbox race yet. So we'll do that. So 23rd and 24th of October at Pacemakers, November 14th in Knoxville, Tennessee. I know a lot of folks have been asking about it. There's been a ton of positive comments. A lot of people want to come out and enjoy it. I can tell you, number one, the antics are only going to get worse. If you thought King Shit was wild before, I only have crazier and crazier ideas. So we're going to expand on those and try to have a lot of fun with them. And I know that some people, different people have reached out, but I can tell you, if you guys want your local track to have a shitbox race, you need to contact the owners of that, have them contact me directly, excuse me. Some tracks have reached out. There's some that I know, obviously would be on board for it. English Mountain in Tennessee, Ted and Jim's, KD, I talked to a little bit, Marion, possibility of Edgewater. Definitely a lot of Ohio tracks are on board, and I think shouldn't be an issue. My thing is just expanding it to further on. And before anybody asks the question, I've already asked the one racetrack in Delaware. They are scared to death of no prep, and we'll never have no prep again, as per the owner. So we can take that one, throw it out the window. And a couple of the other local tracks just apparently have no interest in no prep or whatever the case may be. So unfortunately, I'm going to try to find things close to my current home right now, but it's just going to be what it is. It sucks to say, but I would much rather go somewhere 8 hours away where we're welcomed with open arms and everybody's happy to see us and everybody enjoys having us there than have to literally pull teeth to try to do something locally.
Running a stock bottom end in the factory?
Yes, it's all stock bottom end. If you look, these are factory pistons, it's factory rods, crank. Shitbox supply hoodies are up on the website now. You guys don't know. Somebody says me that. Yep, all factory stuff.
Maybe so.
Stock bottom end stuff. Actually, I'm probably going to pull this oil pan right now, and we can show you just in case you don't believe me. But the pistons are pretty good giveaway. And nobody would put a crank and rods in and move these factory pistons. You might want to back up because there might still be water in the block. Oh, I didn't have the right bolts,
Yeah.
so my bolts back here.
Oh.
There we go.
Ah. No, I'm pretty sure the cousin Eddie, that started when we showed up with the RV, right?
No, that's all fucking Bill's fault.
Well, I mean, I know.
Yeah.
I know that's where it originated from.
Bill started calling me Cousin Eddie, and then now everybody on the internet calls me Cousin Eddie. So thanks, Bill. Of all the nicknames. I mean, I guess it could be worse, but...
It could.
It's supposed to be dented like that?
I'm gonna say yeah.
I don't think there was a hump in it.
So what's the game plan for tonight? Here.
So the game plan for tonight is to just tear this thing down, make sure that it's good to go, and if it is good to go, I was gonna reuse the head gaskets, but they don't look too fantastic. Mallory says I have some at home, so maybe I'll go home and grab those head gaskets. I do have a full Speedmaster. We had a full Speedmaster gasket
Dusty.
kit. Yeah, everything in here is covered in.
Let me move my purse for you there.
If you look at this can, if you guys remember when my drain plug came out at Dig or Die? Well, I can tell that this has been scraping, so maybe this has something to do with it. So maybe possibly replace the oil pan. This is like a Holly 302 or 1 or whatever the hell that is. Yeah, that's too perfect of a divot to not supposed to be there. Maybe possibly replace the oil pan and then seal it all back up with whatever gaskets I have, new head gaskets, torque everything down. I know I'm going to have to hang it off of the hoist to do the rear main seal and the rear cover, but I want it to not be as much of a leaking piece of crap.
Where is that in Illinois?
Where's what now?
Byron Dragway. I'm originally from Illinois.
Yeah, we're going to have to clean that out.
So no.
Well, so because there's like not that it's necessarily a downfall, but that stiction eliminator that has been cleaning out the motor and getting everything out, it has to have somewhere to go, so it's been going to the bottom of the can.
I'm not sorry. It was a good time living in Illinois.
Yeah, this all looks good. I mean, if we really wanted to, I could check the the O-ring on the oil pump, but I haven't had any oil. Actually, I don't know if I've ever had any oil pressure issues because I've never run an oil pressure gauge. That's all about change. No. Well, that's sure dirty. Well, and you the man, dog. Thank you.
What cam do you have in here?
What cam?
Yeah.
It's the Sloppy Stage 2. So the Elgin 1840p, which is the 228, 230, 585, 585. That's just me guessing. I don't know if you guys can see in there. Factory. Look at that. Factory bolts. All stock bottom end stuff. There's not really a need to take any of this off, the windage tray and all that. Everything looks and feels fine. I don't have any reason to believe that anything here was bad. So, the flip side is I'm going to have to figure out how to do this, because in order to do the rear cover, the oil pan has to be off. And I can't hang this motor. Can I hang this motor from the front side? I might be able to hang this motor from the front. Take the rear stuff off.
Are we going to make it to the woods?
War in the Woods? No.
No.
That's tomorrow in Indiana.
Oh, man. Yeah, we wouldn't be making it there.
That's not good. This is why you don't take them apart.
We got there.
That's metal. And that's in the oil.
Would Sloppy 3 fit these pistons?
I don't know. I don't think there's any. I don't know if there's any valve. Like, I don't know if there's any lifting, valve or piston clearance issues.
Yeah.
Should have just turbid it and not fucking done it. There's like a bunch of gunk and stuff in there, which is kind of to be expected because this motor was very, very dirty.
Oh.
But where that piece of metal came from is another question.
Was the metal in there?
Yeah, it was in here. Yeah, there's like some gasket material in there, which is whatever. Kind of figured out what happened. There's another piece of metal right there.
Okay.
Grab it. Okay.
Yeah, right.
That looks like a rock.
Okay. So I know where Rockford is. Yeah, definitely.
But that is definitely metal.
Oh, okay.
Well, so much for not taking this rest way apart. Now we have to.
All right. Back in he goes. Yikes.
Actually, I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's not like we have one for a good motor anyway.
No,
So
no.
at very best, this would just get replaced with another Untitled LS. So it's not like any of that matters.
No. But do you have another one laying around anywhere?
Do I have another one?
Yeah.
No, not one of these.
No.
So I don't know that, I mean, some people knew, but I never was like really super telling everybody in the world about it. Not that it's by any means anything special. It's still a Gen 3, so it is what it is, you know. Just a regular Gen 3. O-ring looks good, although it looks like you're losing some of the O-ring material, like the coating on it. It's a Gen 3, but it is an aluminum block. And not that that is like, you know, the most beneficial thing in the world. It saves me 100 pounds of weight. But I definitely don't have another aluminum platform. The only other 5.3 I have is in the Dodger. And that thing's probably in worse shape than this.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my
Whew. You just no. What are you doing here? Matt, who's here with you?
Who's here with me?
Yeah,
What?
that's a question.
Mallory's here with me and my children. That's it. And they just showed up to film.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, all the piston inserts are there. All the rods, at least visually, look fine and straight. And okay.
Did it smoke?
No, I don't remember it smoking. No, which leads me to top end valve seals. I know were probably bad because I was seeing, you know, oil on plugs and stuff. But it didn't smoke. Everything looks okay. I mean, I don't know where that what
Like I said, needle bearing from the rocker.
needle bearing from the rock. No, it's like a. It's like a cast piece. It looks like. That's why I was thinking like maybe rods or something.
Mm.
But no, that's not a needle bearing. It's like something chipped off.
All it says looks like a piece of piston.
That's what I was thinking. Like maybe it's a piece of piston, but the top of the pistons look fine.
Let me see if I can get a peek in there on it. I don't know.
Underneath, from what I can see, let me get a flashlight. Hey. Stop.
Justin, if you're watching, Matt's stealing your flashlight. You can say hi. Yeah.
Oh, but it's not
Oh,
gonna
no
stay.
thanks.
It's over gonna
You know what? I can hold a flashlight.
stick there though.
Oh.
Oh, blue turn. Alright, let's start at the back.
Could have possibly buttered the rings.
I don't think so. I never sprayed it that hard.
Trunnion needle bearing.
Don't have the trunnion kit, so if it's a needle bearing, it's factory. That doesn't look good. That part of the piston right there. Right there. I just don't know why that's discolored as opposed to everything else, but
Let me just wait for that. And on my tippy toes. See up over in there, camera.
I mean, all the pistons look good. There is a lot of crap. Look at that. Like,
This.
look at that. 659 at 100 something miles an hour, 102 miles an hour on the street. That's how you do it right there. Yeah. Well, nothing's jumping out at me. And I don't have any other motor choices anyway, so it is what it is, I guess. Mystery metal will just have to remain a mystery. Wait a second. This thing is seeing some stuff, but
Yeah, that's like that thick seasoning on a skillet. And you're like, ugh. Gross.
everything looks mostly straight. Little Mustang. Rich Girlie, you can leave. We ain't doing no Mustangs around here.
Cut the oil filter open and look in there.
I don't want to do that yet. It's mostly because I don't even know how long that oil filter's been on there. It's probably not going to tell me anything. At least nothing that I want to hear anyway. Yeah, I don't know. We could cut the oil filter open, or we could just know that we have a $500 motor, and that's what we've got. That's what we can afford. So that's what's going to have to work for right now. One day that'll be different. Today's not that different. What's up, kiddo? Doing what? You don't really seem too hurt at all. Oh, okay, then sit down and
Have a
rest
seat.
it. Yep. I wonder if that kit has a new oil pump moving, the oil pickup moving. Yep. See, it's marked. It's even marked for dummies. Front. Means it goes that way.
we go. Is that Miss Michelle? Hi, Miss Michelle.
Injector? Oh, you got an injector over there, sir? Oh no, for the bolts. I don't see an oil pump one. Oh, a pan gasket. But I could be wrong, but that oil pump gasket, that oil pickup gasket is fine. So we're gonna go ahead and knock it out.
Come here. Can you say hi? Oh, it says hi.
No idea where that metal came from. No clue what that was on here. That is what it is. Back to
We miss you guys too. We're gonna try to get back out soon. Now that school's back, it's a little bit harder, but we're gonna try.
Who's good enough for me? I'll clean all this gunk out. And if Kyle's watching, I'm sorry we didn't tear open any bearings. Really doesn't make any sense to anyway, because I know what they look like ever to begin with when they were used. And as you can see, this motor has been baked quite a few times. But I did give you a transfer sample. If Kyle's watching, look at that. The whole thing, right? Full. And I got my little mailer over there. I'll have to fill it all out and do all that. Alright, so now I need to figure out if I can hang this thing from the front. Which maybe this. Ooh, not on this side.
So you're trying to hang it from the front.
Well, yeah, because I take the flex plate off to do this rear timing cover and the rear main seal, because that has to be done before coming off. So I might do something funky where I just lift the whole thing up, sit it on the crank, or sit it on the balancer, and do all that.
You got that for me, Peanut? Thank you. Okay, that's good. Thank you, honey. What did you see?
I just want to make sure we have enough in this package here to do the heads.
Wow.
Yep, there's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can do that. Go over here.
Oh, while we wait for you.
For me.
Yeah, let me see if there's some more questions in here.
Oh. Any other questions? Oh, why am I an idiot? Let's start with that one.
Why are you an idiot?
Yes. I have the wrong size socket. No. There.
Ho ho ho. Let me move this.
You guys are gonna have to be patient with me because I've never done these valve seals before. So we're just gonna figure it out as we go. Oh, okay. That's cool, bro.
What's the ET goal for Fools Gold?
5s. 5, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. At least that's the first one. I need somewhere to put.
Not that one. This one.
There we go. What else we got from Peanut Gallery? Any other questions? For once, the peanut gallery isn't you, Rose.
I know. But, yeah. I don't see you. It was. He was running nitrous with Nova. And this is where we're going here. Yep.
Huh. a YouTube video. Yeah.
Well, hello, William. William just started following. He doesn't know anything about the gold car, Fools Gold back here, which is not actually for sale, by the way.
Bullshit, it's not.
No, this sign, the for sale sign, isn't on there. It's a 50 Buick for sale sign.
When they come off. House there. Oh, I'm gonna screw this all up.
So why don't you tell us about Fools Gold? A little bit about it.
Why don't you? You know the history. I'm trying to figure out how to even became this thing.
You look like you're struggling.
I am, because I am struggling.
You st- I'm not laughing at you. Fools Gold? Okay, sure. I mean, it's pretty dusty right now. We are actually in Dns Fabricators. So this dust all over this Nova. See if I can get around it safely. It's not usually this dusty. I cannot. Ella, or Meatball, is in the car currently. Let's see, back up and go around. No, that's blocked off that way. Go. Hey, you got one. Grab with the pliers and twist.
Yeah. I don't know that that's how you're supposed to do it, but I feel like it's I'm not breaking or outright.
Alright, I'm gonna finish walking around the car here. Yeah, why not? So the car actually was like a flat gray. What was that, primer? It was just primer when we got it. Busted out windshield. Had to be. What's that?
Completely original. 350 motor, 350 turbine. But the motor was torn apart and didn't run. And the only reason I bought it is because
Oh, we'll do on the other side there.
somebody
We're out of space over here.
doing the cell
She's sitting in there, so I don't have to see the car. Walk around the car. So that's exactly what I was gonna do. Let's see. And we did the paint ourselves. What was that mixture, Matt?
that's the original color.
No, the stuff we did to it.
Hydrogen peroxide and
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted to keep the back seat in it, which was a struggle because isn't there talk about getting rid of that at one point for something else? Oh, it is coming out now? Okay. What's the suspension in the car? Caltrax? I'm sorry, I'm not close enough to you. Go ahead.
Calvert split mono leafs with Caltrax in the rear, and currently, hopefully, hold on, is this the right valve? So Calvert split monos in the rear with Caltrax with competition engineering 3-way adjustable shocks, off-the-shelf jig stuff, and currently the front is Trick springs with competition engineering 3-way adjustables, but we just ordered a set of Viking shocks. So we ordered a set of Viking front shocks, and because Josh Robinson, who ended up hitting me up, he was a dealer, and he hit me up to get the order going. He said they're all made to order, so that's something I didn't know. I was just looking for an off-the-shelf set of shocks, but apparently they're all made to order. So they're gonna do mine made to order with the what they consider their no prep / street valving in them, already in them. So, but those will be a couple weeks away. But fortunately, the shocks only take but 10 minutes to swap out, the front ones anyway. So.
Mark, yes it is. We still have that here. There it is. There's the key for the hatchback.
These valve seals sound like a great idea. So it's time to actually read them. What is this thing? The Gaskets maybe?
This counts as like family bonding, right?
Sure.
Yeah. This counts as family bonding.
Oh, that would be that. Spacer towel. I was wondering why this thing's being such a pain in the ass. The more you know.
Mm. Man. No, I'm gonna rest that on. Do this for now.
There we go. Now this bad boy on the board.
Do you know why the Dodger caught fire?
I don't know why yet.
No.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
My theory is that we hung an injector open, and that's why it was dumping fuel. It was dumping raw fuel out of the exhaust. So that's my theory, that we hung an injector open, which is probably a lot of my fault, because I haven't changed the filters in that thing in forever. So
How much booster you guys gonna run?
whatever it takes.
No set number? Well,
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'll start, 7, 8 pounds. Stuff
carb
like
it for Bill.
that.
No.
I love Bill to death. We'll carb the Dodger. I'll put the Dodger back on the carb, but not the Nova.
So does that mean I get to drive it?
What?
The Dodger? Put it back on carb?
If you want. Do you have life insurance?
I think I do have life insurance.
Probably get some. Grab
I know I
nothing,
do.
so.
I mean, I thought I did.
Hey. Remember I was like, oh, we should swap the valve sleeve. Great idea. Great idea.
So out of all the cars that you've had, which ones would be your favorites so far? Hey, thanks, Kevin.
Which ones have been my favorite?
Yeah.
Obviously, the junk body. 1988 Monte Carlo.
Did you see the updates on it? Yeah.
Updates on what? Too hot? What is this thing?
It's a junk body. Say hey to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. So I either did this right, or springs are going flying. That took entirely too long. For one. Patience. Yeah. I probably should have looked which ones were leaking.
Where y'all up to tonight?
Texas Roadhouse.
Ooh. Date night. Oh. Well. Still date night. Still date night. Good for her.
Big sleep. There's metal in the pickup tube. Might not be a lot. Where did it go? Oh, yeah, right there. That was in the pickup tube. But all the pistons still seem to be there.
Did you guys already go? Okay. Bring me any rolls.
Did you bring any rolls?
He's like, got one in my pocket. Hey. Oh no. I think so. It's really just extra rolls. We're learning here. Yeah. I washed it out.
I want you release.
Yeah, it's non-chemical. Hers had to be lightened first. Layla's, not Ella's. Because her hair is that darker. Oh no. But yeah. It's unicorn dye. It's like pre-mixed with olive.
Hey YouTube, don't ever do this.
I'll look away. Just watch the reaction. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's pretty.
It's fine.
That's pretty.
I don't know. It was in the pickup tube.
Looks like it's a piece of the bottom of the piston.
Pop those valve tops with a dead blow before you compress the springs. Oh. I'm trying to read out loud, dude.
Yeah.
There we go.
Pop those valve tops with a dead blow for. Oh, I got you. I don't have a dead blow, but.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna look away.
I usually do that after the
Yeah. Yeah. pretty much. No fear of using a hammer.
Come on. Huh? Yeah, look. You already got the deal.
Oh yeah, we're gonna buy his house.
Buy my house so we can move. And then that way
I'm totally okay with that.
we can give you a deal on the house. You guys are happy.
Sold.
We can move. We're happy.
Hey. Totally down. Well, you guys gotta come back and visit though. You guys can stay with us.
We're coming
Okay.
up to Ohio.
You guys are gonna come to Ohio? On the retainers, Matt, not the valve tips.
Do what?
You said do what? On the retainers, not the valve tips.
Because you can't reach the retainer. The tip of the valve is at the top. No. Not that kind of thing. No.
You don't want to take a wrench or a hammer to those. Pliers, none of that. Just the one for your mouth, though.
Oh, yeah.
No hammer.
Not that.
Yeah.
Brandon did that.
So hurt his mouth.
Right.
Yeah. Never come back home.
We're doing big country things, you know.
Jeez, goodness.
You know, I'm about to big country this fucking battlefield.
Girls want to come over and play. All want to come over and play.
Have to call me
I
for
was
this.
asking the food girls the
Call
other
who?
day.
So you about to call me threads.
Oh God.
This ain't your kid.
You can come over to. We live at Justin's mom's house now. You are welcome to come over anytime. We got
This
the
time?
trampoline. We got all the side toys, everything over there.
You might need some mob tea.
They're backing out.
Dude, it's a very nifty outfit.
I've never had a problem with cords backing out. Hey, there we go.
I feel like we should clap. Sure, yeah.
Alright, so we've got this makes 4 down. 12.
Are you watching that on YouTube?
Are you serious?
That's all she does.
That's awesome.
So right now, we have her.
That's real support right there.
Right.
Don't skip them ads, girl. Don't skip them ads. Right.
Go back to me.
Yeah, I see you talking on that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't have time to make a recorded video.
Yep.
Usually helps me take the one off there.
Point back to me. Point back to me.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye. See you guys.
Have a good night.
Okay.
You what? You are? You're going
Yeah.
through what? Huh? There's somebody else?
So I'm not following him, but I'm getting right there.
What are you doing now?
The back one actually helps.
Let's see. Hey, she says. I don't know. I guess we should. Yeah, let's straighten up the bank. Alright, see you.
Have a good night. Y'all be safe.
Are people still even watching this?
Yes.
Like a good amount, or do you got like 5?
106. 109. Just kidding.
So we have like 5 stragglers. Can I get a chair to do this? Like,
Right? Here. Do you want this?
fucking hell.
This guy right here? I got you.
I've been bent over this table for a while. Oh.
You know the feel. My arm, shoulder. She's toasty.
Mommy.
Hey-o. Now it's just gonna go back in place. Maybe. Maybe it'll go back in place. There we go. Retainers. Don't really matter anyway because the springs compress too much. We'll stick them on there. Huh? Yeah, right here on the table.
Hi.
Ready?
What?
Every time I put the retainers back in, I either do it correctly and the springs are going to sit there, or I do it incorrectly and the spring goes flying across the room. There's really 109 people watching this. You guys don't have anything else better to do on a Friday night? You watch me work on this junkyard LS crap?
Recommended amount of ugga-dugga.
Huh?
This is the recommended amount of ugga-dugga.
Is it? Oh yeah.
What engine are you working on? Sona's just joined in here.
It is a Gen 3 5.3 truck motor, 325 cubic inches, but mine is from a Trailblazer and is an aluminum block. So it is a 5.3, everything's the same, except mine's an aluminum block. And I'm going to show you guys all sorts of cool stuff that you shouldn't do.
She was like, edited. Still, I very clearly remember you saying if it did, hit it with a hammer. If it didn't work, get a bigger hammer. So I just cringe every time I see you bust out a hammer.
Well, the problem is you shouldn't ever hit the bottom of the valve with a hammer like that, especially if it's jammed up, because then you can bend the valve, and all of this work that I'm currently doing to replace the valve seals so it stops leaking oil into the motor, well, that's not good. Is that one bent or something wrong with that? Now I can tell.
How can you tell? We're happy you're here.
Probably because I just hit it with a hammer.
See what I just say about hitting things with a hammer? Alright, well. I apologize for the shaky on the camera. My shoulders are about toasted there.
Why don't you just sit it down?
Well, because when you, the table?
No.
Yeah. So I kept over Ella's tablet while she was watching her live, which is odd. But hey, support.
So, good news, bad news. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have even put them up.
Yeah. It does look as such because he hit it with a hammer.
Junkyard LS stairs.
What's that?
I got another valve out of another Junkyard LS head.
Hey.
So we'll see how that fits. If that fits a little better. That's what we're going with. that one will go in and out. This one. Yeah. I think it's good. Remember when I said don't hit things with a hammer because you'll bend them? I don't know that I bent that one and they have already been jacked up, which wouldn't be a surprise, but it also wouldn't be a surprise that I just jacked it up by hitting it with a hammer. So learn from my mistakes. Right.
Oh, I looked at you like, what?
Well, can you get these seals off there?
Oh, she's too weak.
She's strong, right, Ella? You tough. She can do it.
Just gotta wiggle while you work it.
I'll do that. So what's everyone doing on this Friday evening,
Do it.
aside from watching this live here? That's not Bubbles.
That's transmission code. Mr. Kyle wants a sample. You remember Mr. Kyle? No. Layla does.
You tried to trick me.
He didn't try to trick you, he was trying to teach you something. You just didn't know it. So, I don't know that all of these were leaking, but I know that some of the valve seals were leaking. So, I got the motor apart, we're re-gasketing it anyway. It's worth putting all new valve seals in. And obviously, as you can see, I don't know if it was from me hitting with the hammer or if it was already bent or what, but we found the bent one. So a little bit of work here, you know, the Speedmaster gasket kit. I don't want to say, I got the one without the head gaskets, which now I'm kind of regretting. Apparently I need new head gaskets, but now it says I have more. I want to say it wasn't any more than $100, I don't think, for that whole gasket set. And it has new valve, you know, new valve seals, so might as well do it up. I can't get it from the hole. There it is. And these are just regular old pack 12-18 springs that I bought years ago. They're like, I want to say $120 for the set or something. They're not crazy. Have you got any more questions in the house? That's what I want to know. What do you want to know? Tell them, Ella. What do the people want to know? We're answering questions today.
How old are you?
How old am I? How old do you think I am?
Oh, I know that.
Well, then why'd you ask the question?
Are you like 31 or something?
I am 31.
Or something?
Or something. That doesn't sound like you're very confident you know the answer.
I think that's a sleepy meatball.
That is a sleepy meatball.
All right, kiddo, how about you have a seat there? So you don't ruin your unicorn jacket. Oh, very close. Yes, he's 31. Very close.
What else you guys got? Question gallery. Because I still got a bunch of time putting valve seals on. Honestly, I'll probably do these last two and then probably cut the live, take a little break for a minute. Just put my back hurts. The mold.
How much fun with Getaway Driver?
One of the most fun things I've ever done in my life. Nowhere ever, like, when do you ever get that opportunity? Where they're just like, hey, we're gonna send you in this compound. Sorry, I had to make sure that valve seat or that retainer was in there. You know, we're gonna send you in this compound, and I know a lot of people ask questions. I've seen online and stuff like about the pursuers and this, that, and the other. They never revealed their identity. We didn't know their identity. We never met them or anything. But to my understanding, they are like the trainers for, you know, law enforcement for that kind of driving and stuff. So they're highly trained individuals. But I had a blast. I think a lot of different people that went on that show had different experiences, and I had probably one of the best experiences, if not the best. I have often said I had more fun than anyone on that show, even more than Zach, and Zach won like 2 episodes and went to a 3rd night and everything. Like, I still think I had more fun just because my attitude and mentality about it. Plus, it was awesome. Like, you never are going to get an opportunity to do that. So, when you have that opportunity, take it and run with it. So, if I could do it again, I absolutely would. I hope that maybe one day there'll be like, they'll bring people back. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if they go through a couple seasons and then like they get an opportunity to bring some individuals back. Hopefully, maybe I could do something like that. There's my retainers. I gotta find all those. Any other questions? I got a question. Where's my retainers? There's one. So we're missing 2.
Let's see. The Cletus burnout, that was fun. That was a fun event too.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Because nobody like people have burnout contests and stuff, but it's usually just like in one place, stationary, whatever. Like that was more of a just rip around and have a ball. Like he actually, you know, old Cletus actually had space to do it, so that was definitely fun. Has anybody seen my retainer? Look like this.
Oh no.
Worst case, I don't know. You should have to
Oh, I'm not gonna have you go looking, but I don't see any more at the moment. Girls, how about you take a look, see if you can find it.
There's one.
Retainers. They're like this.
Here, we can take the flashlight and look at it. Yeah, let's see what this flashlight is. Oh, look over here.
Do you want to cover your secret sauce here?
It'd be over here. No, there's not a secret. That's transferred. It's a
What are you doing with it?
What? Oh, so that's Hot Shots, and this isn't even just because like I'm a sponsored driver or anything like that.
Sit down, table.
Hot Shots will take fluid samples and they will analyze your fluid. So like if you run their oil, even if you don't, they'll still analyze it and stuff. But if you run their oil or any of their fluids, you can send them a sample and they'll analyze it and say, okay, you know, things are going good, things are going bad, here's what you need more of, here's what you need less of. You know, they can see stuff on a incredibly, like a molecular level, you could say. So, you know, they might see early signs of engine wear that you're not necessarily seeing yet, stuff like that. So it's just another tool. And fortunately, because Hot Shots is one of my sponsors, I get to use that tool. And I don't know why they want me to send them samples of my junkyard stuff, but they want them. So the oil out of this one I'm not going to send to them because I had to switch oils when the drain plug fell out and everything, and it's just a mix of shit in there right now. But the trans fluid, I run the adrenaline trans fluid, so I'm going to send that to them and see if they see what they've got to say about it.
Oh, it's up on the table.
Huh?
On the table? It's up on the table. We'll look for it.
Yeah, we'll look for it in a second.
Yeah,
And I just maybe get done when I get trying to do here.
maybe.
We still got people watching. Or
Yeah.
they gone to bed yet?
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Rob Smith is about to start his 5-year build for the first time.
Oh, snap.
Mm-hmm.
Don't build it.
Oh. Well, he was excited.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
steal the excitement.
Don't build it. Slap a cam in it, some springs at most, throw it together, put a turbo on it, or spray a bunch of nitrous through it, and have a bunch of fun. Because if you take these things apart, there's probably going to be a lot of things that you look at and you're like, well, maybe I should, man, just throw that shit in there and let it run. If you guys, I'll have to look to see if I can find the pictures one day of what this motor looked like when I brought it to Billy's and we threw it in the Nova for the first time. And, you know, I'm an LS guy, a junkyard LS guy, and even I was like, ugh, this one ain't gonna last. But it lasted all year. Went 659 on the street and very little bit of nitrous. You know, I overheated it several times. I never once had a temperature or an oil pressure gauge on it, and just kept running the piss out of it. And it stayed alive. And now that I've done that, is why I'm doing this kind of stuff here, you know, because I know the valves were leaking. I know these valve seals were leaking, and I would just like it to be a little bit better of a motor. Still junkyard, still stock bottom end, still stock parts, a lot of crap. You know, I don't even have a tuning upgrade on the rockers. We're gonna use factory rockers, but at least if I can get it to stop spilling oil on top of the spark plugs, that'd be nice.
The valve seals are in there extra.
Yeah.
I'm not. Is that something specifically with your engine or not?
What?
That they're in there that hurt? Like that's stuck in there.
Well,
That hard to get
they're
out.
supposed to be, because if they weren't, they wouldn't seal. Yeah, if they were just in there all loosey-goosey,
Loosey goosey? I don't think they're in there loosey goosey, but like.
you wouldn't have a proper oil seal.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I don't know about small block Chevy or any other motor, but I can tell you these are incredibly easy to swap out. Like, I know you guys see me struggling, but like, really, that's it. Like, they're just hard to pull on. Doesn't require any special tools. You know, I mean, I'm using hand tools. We've got, a spring compressor, but you would need that for anything. But other than that, you know, to do some of this other stuff, no special tools, none of this. You know, you guys see I'm just popping this thing on. It's going right into place.
And valve seals.
Yep. I'll throw the valves in. This one obviously was leaking, as you can see. Quite a bit of oil there.
Is there a specific type of oil that you use?
Yes, I use Hot Shots. should be right over there. The Adrenaline series.
Oh, sure.
And
Take you on over to the hot shots shelf. Yep, all the hot shots here. You don't need that, like.
I'm still fine with it.
Okay.
And honestly, as much as I've learned about oil and everything through hot shots, I really shouldn't even be using. Like I've got some 1540 over there, which is like old school. You know, we're using junkyard motors. Let's put some thicker oil in it and all that kind of stuff.
You're welcome.
I really shouldn't even be using that oil. I should be using more like a 30 weight, but that's what I've got right now. So, and I'm like really bad. I know I can call Kyle and Kyle will send me new oil and all that, but like I have some on the shelf, and I'm just also really bad about that. Like, I hate asking for stuff. Alright, so there's that. We're still missing another retainer, so we can't stay together until we find that other one. This might be stopping point for tonight until I can go home and get.
Well, here, why don't you flip this camera on and talk to your peeps directly for a moment?
Because my hands are covered in shit. Should I wash my hands first?
Yeah, wash your hands. I'm gonna let him wash his hands real quick, like. Which is courteous, by the way. Appreciate that. Thank you. And then he's gonna take over the camera here and flip it around and talk to you guys directly. So he'll be able to see your comments coming in. And you should be able to hear him a heck of a lot better. Thank you. That might be what he's planning on doing. I'm not sure if he wants to call it for this evening or what exactly here. I think that's sulfur. That's when it's eggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Grab your pimples.
Okay. Do I need the charger? Is it that bad?
Well, it was. It said 20% or something.
What up? Alright, how do I see the comments on this thing? On YouTube. Bam. So are you going to start driving the Dodger while he's in the Nova? I'm going to assume that was a comment for Mallory. She might. The problem is ultimately we've got the RV and a one-car open trailer. The RV probably couldn't even pull a two-car trailer if I wanted it to, and we don't have it. So if she does, it'll be that kind of stuff just for now. But I would like to see her get in there and drive something. When's the next event? I am doing a shipbox snow prep 2-day pacemakers dragway. I believe it's October 23rd and 24th. It's the Saturday, Sunday. So we're going to be doing that October 23rd and 24th. And then that's at Pacemakers in Ohio. And then November 14th, we'll be going down to Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville Dragway, back of the track. Going to be doing another shipbox no prep down there. Yeah, quit smoking. I need to quit smoking. That's like one thing that's still on my to-do list. What's up, Meatball? Where's my valve seal or my valve retainer? Alright, watch out. What's going on? Oh, these. How do I see the comment? Oh, what's up? JD Rods. Darren's Mopar. Yeah, I definitely gotta quit. So, what I got right now is if you guys have any questions or anything else, we've got a few minutes. I'm probably only gonna do this live stream for a little bit longer. But, because I gotta get the family home and all that kind of stuff. Can't we see you come up with? Good luck and no prayers. Thank you. There's a lot that needs to be done in order to get the Nova back running again. The Dodger I haven't even looked at yet. It's still on the trailer at home. I haven't even had time. Hey, go in mind. You know. What's up from Long Island? What's up, Anthony? Where's everybody tuning in from tonight? Right now we're in Delaware. Not Delaware, Ohio. Delaware, the state, which is where we currently live. Had the Dodger leave it hard. Yeah, it was, you know, I can tell you, I hate to say this, North Carolina in the house, because, like, I don't want it to sound like an asshole, but, like, pretty much we're at the point now where I feel comfortable that I can probably give you the equation to run tens. Like, it's really, honestly, pretty simple. It's not that hard. Like, enough parts I've seen and everything. Illinois, Canada, Milan. Damn, well, you guys from all over. Let's see. Ontario, Savannah, Georgia, Dirty South, Missouri, Sweden, Connecticut. Dang. Convinced Tommy to put an LS in his truck. That's probably not going to happen. Little Rock, yeah, probably not going to happen with the LS in the truck. But yeah, we're pretty much at the point now where, like, you can take just about pretty much, if anybody wants to go tens, like, I can damn near give you guys the equation to Texas. It's really very simple. Take any, I don't know, this might be a little different because I know leaf spring vehicles, but leaf spring, if you take like a leaf spring S10 or a leaf spring GM vehicle, slam a 5.3 in it, spray it, 5.3, call Nitrous Express, get a Nitrous Express little plate deal. The trans almost doesn't matter as long as it shifts well and it does, what it's supposed to. Obviously, a rear gear would help. You see that we did it on the 308 gear. Do I have any LS stuff? No, I don't have any LS stuff. Anything I have all super cheap stuff. West Virginia, Show Me State, I saw in there. I don't have anything for sale, and I wouldn't have anything good anyway. 14 degrees. Oh my goodness, in Ontario. That's probably Celsius too, ain't it? I know how y'all be doing in Canada. Y'all foreign peoples with that Celsius. We Americans are just weird. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Trick springs, 3-way adjustable shocks up front. Some kind of either Caltrack or, like, the S10 has old school Slide-A-Link bars, which are very similar to Caltrack. Put a slick on it. You're probably not going to do it on a radial, and put a good slick on it. Like, don't buy, if there's one thing I would say, either spend money on to buy new or buy a really good one, would be a slick. Don't buy a pair of third, fourth hand slicks that have been on 4 different cars. Like, you're going to have to make that thing hook. Obviously, some kind of mini spool. I'd love to see you guys in the SRC, show us how it's done in New England Dragway. I don't think New England Dragway does any no prep stuff, so I just don't foresee us doing that. What's the next step for the Dodger? What is the next step for the Dodger? It's probably going to go back to a carburetor because I only have one Terminator and I can only afford one. So we're going to probably take that Terminator and put it on the Nova, where it's would be a little bit better use for that. And we'll probably go ahead and do that. Probably throw it back on the carb. I'll probably get up a Nitrous Express, grab like a Maximizer 5 or something, get a progressor and continue to spray it. There's an 8.8 rear that's been shortened and S10, leafs welded on and all that. you know, so that'll go in it eventually, 410 gear, that kind of thing. But now I'm just kind of at the point where like, you know, I don't know. There isn't too much more simple things we could do to the Dodger to get it to go any faster. There's one big thing, and I guess we got 130 people watching. I guess we can let them in on the new thing that's coming. I haven't said a word about this. Yes, I haven't said a word. Normally, we still don't have it yet, but I guess I can tell you because this is going to be part of the plan for the Dodger. That's 57 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll Google it for you. My man, Darren. All right, so there's one more thing I plan to do with the Dodger before we talk about swapping out the rear and that kind of stuff. We are going to have a new product come out, and it is in cooperation with Hughes Performance, and Hughes Performance is actually going to manufacture it. Hughes Performance is going to manufacture the very first shipbox supply torque converters, and the premise behind the shipbox converters is going to be an affordable budget option for like me and you know a lot of other people in the world where you can't necessarily afford $1,000 converter. That's really pretty high, but you still want something that's going to work well and you know transfer power well and everything. So I can tell you a couple of details. The converter bolt pattern will be acceptable for small block Chevy, big block Chevy, and LS. With the LS, you'll still have to use the snout spacer, but we did that on purpose so it could fit, you know, small block, big block, and LS. For TH350, TH400, or Turbo Spline Glide, so you would have to have the Turbo Spline input shaft, and it's going to be, we're going to come out with two versions to start. One's going to be the nitrous version, and one will be the turbo version. Will be good for up to 750 horsepower, and with or without a trans brake. So you can use a trans brake, it'll be trans brake safe, but if you want to foot brake it, you can use it as well. It'll be backed by a 1-year Hughes warranty, so they will, you know, hold the manufacturer's warranty on it. Unfortunately, you will not be able to get it restalled like you would a more expensive Hughes converter, but it will be a budget-friendly option that you guys will be able to buy directly through us at Shipbox Supply. We will be the only ones that have it, and it is made for all of you guys in mind. I know a converter is a very big deal, and it can make a huge difference in your race program. But as far as affordable options, you know, a budget option that works well, it's you know, I don't think there's I don't think there's a great market for that, or not a great market. There's a great market for it, but I don't think anybody's really tapped into that market. We have a 3500 stall converter now. Would that work better for us? So part of understanding converters is I would recommend you guys go over to the Hughes YouTube channel. They've got a lot of great converter information, converter basics, and one of the major things that you'll learn is that, you know, stall speed is not the only thing about a converter, you know, that is important. As far as, you know, just even the way the fins are bent inside, like there's all kinds of crazy cool crap about converters, and stall speed is what RPM stall. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys, like the RPM stall thing, like I'm sure they'll give me information. I might not even put it out because I don't think, in my personal opinion, I don't think that's important. I think people get way too hung up on stall speed. I can go buy a $250 Jegs converter with a 4500 stall, and stall number is, but for example, could be 3500, but the shipbox converters can work 10 times better, or, you know, 10 times better in the application. So that's one of the things, like I think there's a myth, not necessarily a myth, but everybody, that's like the one thing that everybody knows about converters is stall. But there's a whole other world of information. Go check out the Hughes YouTube channel. You guys will learn a lot. You know, and part of it is manufacturing and the way that things are done, and materials, and you know, what parts and pieces are welded and what are not, and all that kind of stuff. And it's made by Hughes, it'll be made in America, right in Arizona, and be available through Shoebox Supply. So that is part of what is on the agenda for the Dodger. What I would like to do is take that converter and throw it into the Dodger and see what we can do as far as any improvements, ET-wise, and all that kind of stuff. And see, you know what I mean? We're going to put that converter to the test. Like I said, we'll be good for up to 750 horsepower at the flywheel or at the flex plate. Sounds great for the weekend racer. Absolutely, congrats, thank you. That's exactly what it is. It's meant to be for guys that are just like me. Maybe we don't have a ton of money to put in the hot rods. We want a decent part. We want something good. We want something that's going to work. We'd like to do something a little bit better than a $250 converter. We'd like to have something maybe that's American made, that has, some quality to it, and all that kind of stuff. You need cam specs, car weight, gear ratio, and more to get a good start on what style you want. Patrick, very valid point. I think that when you're building a car for max efficiency, you want all of the parts and pieces to work together in harmony. But like this specific converter, for example, is built for a market where we don't have the money to do max efficiency stuff where we can nitpick and find every part that's going to work perfectly in sync with the other, because that ends up expensive. So this is more of an out-the-box option that will work for a lot of people and improve a lot of people's programs. Now, if you're really crazy serious about no prep racing and going really, really fast, then we would talk about other options, converter-wise, and that kind of stuff. But this is for the budget-minded guy who wants something out the box to improve their race program. I saw another question in there. Is that your shop or somebody else? So this is DNS Fabricators. These are the guys that helped me build the Dodger. And they moved to a new shop and asked me to move in, so I moved in with them. And yeah. When will this start to be available? I believe the first batch, because like I said, we're going to do a nitrous specific and a turbo specific, budget converter. The first batch should start making its way to me like next week, I believe it is. So sometime within the next couple weeks. And I think that's why basically just a good, sturdy, strong converter that will hold up to abuse. Yeah, pretty much. Something that can hold some power, that is going to react well to up to 750 at the flex plate with or without a trans brake, but also not break the bank. But like I said, they should be, the first batch should start heading to me, I think, like next week. You guys will see, I'll make big announcements, Shoebox Supply and everything, put them on the website, all that kind of stuff. But I guess we're close enough to the point, because I know there's been a lot of people that have been like converter shopping and people talking about converters. There was a meme going around the other day about like, junkyard 5.3, $400, $400 turbo, $1,000 converter, like what the fuck. So I think now's a good time we can start talking about it. Let people know that it's going to be coming out. Keep us updated when you think we can try them. Absolutely, I will. I have and my turbo spline glide right there. I have a Hughes converter that has worked wonderfully. The only problem I've ever had is that I've not hit it with enough power yet, so I haven't made the converter as happy as I could, but that was just need to give it more power, and the chassis couldn't take more power, so we weren't ever ready, at least with the setup we had. But that is more of that one's a little bit pricier than the one we're going to be coming out with for Shipbox. But in all honesty, if I had left the Nova alone, we could probably make the switch to that other converter, and it would maybe pick us up a little bit of ET and stuff, just because the converter would be a little bit happier with the less power. What is converter going to run price-wise? So I think what we're going to do, at least in the introductory, The introductory pricing on that is going to be $599.99, so it'll be $600, and we'll do like an introductory special, obviously for some of the first ones, and just as a thank you to everybody, you know what I mean, for being awesome, being followers, supporting all this crazy wild shit I do. I figured it'd be cool. But I think the regular retail price is going to end up about $650. So the normal, the introductory price is going to save you about $50. And I think that's a cool way just to kind of say thank you to everybody, because the general public, it's only going to be able to be purchased through Shipbox, so the general public is not going to really know about that. The only people that are going to know about it when it first comes out is going to be you guys. So that's why I feel like an introductory thing. When are you going to get bigger sizes in t-shirts? We go up to 4X. I haven't talked to the t-shirt lady. I actually got to put it in order for more t-shirts. So if you have a special request for a size, now would be a really great time, because I'm actually about to restock inventory on t-shirts. So 100. All right, we're starting to. I cannot believe. Right, and on YouTube, I never go live on YouTube. Like, you guys are fucking awesome. Like, thank you very much. It's going to be a 10-inch. I don't. To be honest with you, I don't remember what we talked about for sizing wise. I'll have to look, Patrick. That's like specific detail. I kind of what ended up happening is I gave Hughes these are my requirements. This is what I want. I want it to be, first and foremost, I want it to be a quality product that is budget and affordable. I want it to be able to handle up to this much power. I want to be able to use a trans brake with it. I want to be able to use nitrous or a turbo. And this, I gave them all my requirements, and they came back with, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to start, working on it and that kind of stuff. So I don't know the size yet. Are they going to be billet front cover or OE? Most likely OE. A billet front cover, and like the bolt together kind of stuff. That's just throws the price through the roof. Don't get me wrong, incredible quality stuff, but it's going to make it unattainable for the average guy. And I understand that some people are way further along in their race programs than others, but I also know that there's a lot of folks, I've seen it with the shitbox races. There's a lot of folks that are just starting out, just trying to get there, and those are the people that product is for. If you want a good converter, like a very good, great converter, bolt together, billet, all that kind of stuff, I am a Hughes dealer. You can reach out to me. We can get you set up with one, one of their other products, but this is very specifically for a certain group of people. So thanks for helping SRC. Absolutely. So a lot of people don't know, me and that family have been close for a long while. For those of you guys that don't know, I used to do a live podcast on Facebook. I did a Facebook live podcast. Billy was actually my first guest. Billy was the first guest. I'm there. We met up in person. We spent a lot of time together. We traveled the country together. Looking back like a year, 2 years ago, I used to share footage with him. So like I would go out and help him film some stuff for the SRC videos. A lot of stuff with the family in the background and just, different things and helping out any which way I can. And that favor, obviously, it goes both ways. They help me tremendously, and I do everything I can to help them tremendously. And it's really, we're just a family. So can a guy go through you for other stuff from Hughes as well? Yeah, absolutely. Anything from Hughes. I am also a dealer. That's not something I talk about a lot. Really not over in the videos or anything. And like I said, I haven't gone live on Facebook or on YouTube, and I don't know how long. It's usually I go live on Facebook, but I figured, YouTube has really been kicking ass right now, so I would give you guys that shout. Ontario, Canada, really enjoy your channel. Thank you very much, guys. But yeah, YouTube has just been crazy good lately. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm very happy that that's working out. You're a good man, big things coming. Thank you, Patrick. I hope so. You know, a lot of people don't know. I have been busting my ass for years uh, to try to get to just even the point where we're at now, and it has taken a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice. And I don't know that she's around, but like that family that's over there has sacrificed a whole hell of a lot to try to make this happen. So I'm very thankful for that. I am a very lucky man. I will tell you guys that. Oh, so somebody said something earlier about needle bearing. Maybe that material is needle bearing, but I don't think that I found in the pickup tube. I should do the trimming kit, but I don't know. Actually, I don't really even think they're that expensive, but it's just not something that I currently had budgeted. But that is something I do look to do in the future, is the trimming upgrade on the stock rockers. Or honestly, um, I don't know. People say that it's pretty easy to do, but that may be something where I like buy a set of rockers that it's already done to it. Factory rockers, anyway. Man, 180 likes, 114 people on a Friday night. I don't know how long we've been live. That says 128. We've been live for 2 hours. And how much work did I get done? Not that much work. Not that much work. I'm gonna do it mine. I'm gonna start putting back in there. Yeah. Really, you can do the up. Take you a super long way. I'm still kind of up in the air about just how much I want to upgrade this stuff, because I'm still using Gen 3 stuff, which when we come to turbos, you know, I'm still using factory size head studs. They're known to lift the heads, everything, you know. There's some issues with Gen 3 stuff. Gen 4 stuff's a little better. I have not made the cross into Gen 4 stuff yet. So I think we're just going to continue to see how much we can push this low dollar, low budget stuff. Low dollar. Speaking of low dollar motorsports, Brandon Low Dollar, or Brandon Dollar, not Low Dollar, but Brandon Dollar, my boy. I finally met him at Cincy Street Nights. I've spent many hours on the phone with that guy. Awesome dude. And also happy to announce that he is going to be supplying all of the sensors for the Nova build. So I talked to him a little bit earlier today. When you start throwing 600 plus cams at them, they tend to eat themselves alive. So I'm still using the sloppy stage 2, which is the 585. I think it's a 228, 230, 232 or something, but it's only 585 lift. Pack 1218, 600 lift springs, so okay there. I tend not to spin the crap out of them, even the Dodger. I think the Dodger I only spin to like 68, 69. You know, I think the shift light comes on at like 68, and the limiter set at 71. So you're a good dude. Glad you got the fire out. Thank you. Yeah, I am too. I didn't get it out. The track staff did. Still Gen 3. Gen 3. Things come together for you. Cheers. Thank you, Darren. Watching live from Rhode Island. Huge fan of what you do. So down to earth. I ain't got no choice but to be under. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys know anything about my life. I ain't got no choice but to be down to earth. Because this is real life. Yeah. So, but we have been live for like 2 hours, and it says 130. So yeah, it's over 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, that's what cat piss and my Camaro are running RPM too. Cat piss, I love the cat piss. Cat piss is the one that, the one shitbox. Yeah.
No, that's just,
Yeah. I still run small block Chevy, 388, cellar block. 325 cubic inches, 5'3". Poker Mike, what's up? Damn. All right, I love you guys, but we got to get off here because these kids got to get home. I got to give the woman her phone back, and
For what? I just watch your YouTube. Like,
yeah, and I either gotta find that other retainer, or I'm gonna have to run home and grab turn it in. I'm gonna sell. Peace out and get some more work done. Jimbo, we are making. Get back to it.